Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs. For the first time, radar images recorded inside a Navy ship have confirmed the presence of several unknown objects that swarmed around the ship for hours. I-Team reporter George Knapp here with a story that broke today on Mystery Wire.
Thanks, Brian. Over the past 3 years or so, the public has been able to see several astounding images of what certainly qualify as UFOs during encounters with the U.S. Navy. There's no question that the Pentagon has censored data to go along with the photos and videos, but none of that information has been leaked or otherwise released. That is, until today.
For 2 long hours on the night of July 15, 2019, the crew of the USS Omaha detected on multiple sensor systems unknown objects that surrounded the ship as it moved through ocean waters west of San Diego. One of the objects, a self-illuminated sphere at least 6 feet in diameter, flew alongside the Omaha for an extended period and was observed through a thermal sensor in the ship's combat center. Filmmaker Jeremy Corbell released the Navy video weeks ago and says similar events were reported by 8 other Navy ships in the same area over 3 days.
Mark bearing and range.
There was numerous warships that are having similar it appears to be coordinated interaction, and this whole series was within this kind of, I'd say, circumference of 100 miles, and there was up to 50 to 100 contacts.
In the last 3 years, the Pentagon has reluctantly confirmed the legitimacy of UFO images captured by Navy ships and air crews, including these photos taken off the coast of Virginia and the better-known videos, the so-called Tic Tac incident and the gimbal. But other than the images themselves, there's been no release of censored data to buttress these cases. There is now.
OD, if you can write a general lat long where we're at, and the number of contacts you got, get the course and speed meters off.
Over a period of hours, crew members on the USS Omaha, which is located in the center of this radar screen, monitored the approach of the unknown objects, as many as 14 at one point, all around the ship. 2 different radar systems watched the objects and estimated their speed.
Track 781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, actually 38 knots.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
Corbell obtained the images from sources he declines to identify. The Pentagon's UAP task force considers the Omaha spheres to be true unknowns. The ships that were under observation by the unknowns were unable to track where they came from or where they disappeared to. The Omaha sphere appears to have vanished into the ocean.
What? Splashed.
At that point, it also vanished from all sensors. In one video snippet, 9 of the objects were seen around the Omaha, but 2 of them dropped off, somehow invisible to 2 radar systems.
And it supports the hypothesis that these are not just a balloon dropping into the water, or it's not something that is easily explained. These are true unidentifieds in mass number, and we'll talk more about that, but that's what we're showing people, where you have radar data that goes with FLIR data, what everybody has been belly aching for. So here you go.
If these are foreign-made high-tech drones, how do they fly with no wings, rotors, or detectable exhaust? Do they possess some sort of cloaking ability? The sensor data, combined with the video images, raises difficult questions.
These are unidentified. We don't know what they are. Everybody tries to corner me in saying they're aliens or something like this. I have no idea.
Hey, track as best you can.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
The video of the radar screens consists of 4 clips that were spliced together to show that this went on over a period of time. Today, less than 4 hours after that video was made public by us, a Pentagon spokesperson confirmed it is legit, that it was recorded by Navy personnel and is in the hands of the UAP task force. That's the unit created to prepare a report for Congress that is due next month.
781 just sped up to 46 knots. 50 knots.
This morning, the sound of U.S. Navy sailors reacting to a radar screen tracking unidentified objects flying around their stealth ship.
Oh, actually 38 knots. Going fast.
At times, the radar lighting up with 9 objects. It could be similar to those captured on night vision and infrared video, swarming warships for nearly a week in July of 2019, then disappearing without a trace.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
At one point, 2 objects suddenly vanishing from the screen, something experts say can happen with smaller targets. But the man who released the leaked video, Jeremy Corbell, says it might suggest the objects went above or below the radar range.
It's moving above the capacity for that radar to see it, or they're moving below, which would mean into the water.
Earlier this month, the filmmaker released another video showing a flying sphere drop into the ocean.
What was splashed?
Saying USOs, or unidentified submerged objects, have also been tracked by the military. When asked about the radar video, a Pentagon spokesperson would only confirm they were taken by Navy personnel and were part of a review of unidentified aerial phenomenon, but wouldn't comment about how they were released.
Why are they confirming these videos that are leaked to you?
They want to be ahead of it, and they're out of options. There's a lot of pressure by the global public and the American public, for answers.
And after years of Navy fighter pilots also reporting other incidents where flying objects seem to accelerate instantly or fly at supersonic speeds without breaking the sound barrier, lawmakers on intelligence committees are demanding answers.
There's enough obvious evidence here that we need to take this seriously, not downplay it, and try to gather as much information as we can to figure out what is it these pilots are seeing and what does it mean.
Right now, there are a lot of unanswered questions. And of course, if other nations have capabilities that we don't know of, we want to find out. If there's some explanation other than that, we want to learn that too.
Gotti, we mentioned that looming intelligence report on UFOs from the Pentagon. What can we expect from that?
Well, Chanel, technically that report is due around the end of June, but there is a chance it could be delayed. And there's also some debate over whether this could be Russia or China who have invested heavily in advanced drone technology. But one source told me that if this does turn out to be a different country, brazenly mocking our warships right off of our own coast night after night, this could represent an intelligence failure so big it might make some in the Pentagon wish these were actually from somewhere else.
Wait to find that out. My goodness. All right, Gotti, thank you.
Wow.